What's up, SC Nation? Batman. No, wait, that's not right. Ramsey here. If you don't know me, I'm a host of We the Sales Engineers podcast. I run We the Sales Engineers, and as you can tell, I like to talk about sales engineering. And I like to talk to other SEs, and a lot of SEs are my friends. One of whom I was talking to yesterday. So we were talking about sales engineering, and the topic came up that this is kind of an employer market, right? Every job you look at on LinkedIn, especially if it's remote, 200 plus application, 100 plus application, whatever it is, it's just you're competing against a lot of people. And that gives employers power. So if employers already have a sales engineer in their organization, they're not looking for new ones, they feel like they have the capability to mistreat the sales engineer. Now, I want to say that most SE managers that I talk to treat their sales engineers amazingly. They treat them like family. Most of the managers, SE managers that I've worked with, have treated me very well. When you go up higher in the stack, the further away the SE is from the decision maker, the person who's going to give them a raise, the person who's going to make decisions about their career and life. That's where you see some disconnect, where the SE is seen as a number instead of being seen as individual. And someone's walking into my room right now as I'm doing the video. And that means if an SE is unhappy or they're looking for a raise or whatever, they're able to say no. And the comment was like, in this market, I can just get another person. That was the comment that came out. Like, not by my friend, but what he's saying that his bosses or superiors or whoever higher ups can potentially say. And then it dawned on me, like, what's the most competitive business in the world? I would say like a lot of the competitive businesses are sports. We discussed Formula 1 yesterday. Take any sport. Let's take Formula 1 for example. There are 10 teams in Formula 1, and if you didn't know what Formula 1 was, it's the best race in the world, car races in the world, according to my brother and that friend. 10 teams. That means there are 20 drivers. Each team has 2 drivers, maybe some spare. Even within those 20 drivers, there are many people trying to get in. And if someone's unhappy within those 20 drivers with their current team, even though it's an employer market, because there aren't that many employers and there are a lot of drivers, if it's a good driver, other teams are clamoring to get them. Let's say Hamilton, who's like, I think won the Formula 1 Cup, like I don't know how many times. If he decides to move teams, people will snatch him up like that. So a message to the employers: even if you have a team, and it's an employer market, treat your team right, because they can leave. Even if it's an employer market, people are still hiring. There are still job postings. People still need sales engineers, right? And you're at risk of quiet quitting. Sales engineers work 9-10 hours a day, minimum 9, most. Some people work long hours. And I was talking to my friend, and he's like, yeah, I work 9 hours. I'm like, no, you don't. You work more, because you work from, let's say, 8 to 5. These are 9 hours, right? You also work when the kids go to sleep. You open up your email, you look, if there's something you need to do, you're working 1 hour or 2 hours. You're also traveling for work, very likely after work hours or even during work hours. And when you travel, you're working from like 7 a.m. because you need to be at the booth. Let's say you go to a conference, you need to be at the booth a little bit earlier to get ready to prepare. You're leaving the booth at 5. You're taking customers out for dinner, for a happy hour, and then going out. So you're working from 7 to 2 a.m. in some days. So what if you choose not to do that? What if your employee, Mr. VP of Sales Engineering, what if your employee decides, I'm not doing that anymore? It's not easy to let go of them. They already know a lot of things. If you want to hire somebody else, you're going to need to onboard them, teach them, and they're going to need a year or potentially to be as productive as that member who just left, even if you laid them off, and you need to give them a severance. Or they just simply decide, you know what, I am going to do my job, but I'm going to do it from 9 to 5, no more. You just lost, I don't know how many hours of work from the individual SE. So that's my message to employers. My message to SEs is dig your well before you need it. Build those relationships right now with as many people as you can, as many companies as you can, so that when you do need a job, people know you, people know how good you are, and they will snatch you up like that. This was like one of the from the heart segments, so not as much editing. Maybe I'll edit the part that my son came in. But yeah, I really hope this video is useful to you. If it is, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're facing this situation, reach out to me. I'm happy to chat. And again, start connecting with as many people as possible. Even if you're not in this situation, start connecting with as many people as possible. Build your network so that even if you never need it, if someone else needs you, you're there to help them. And that's what sales engineers do, in my experience. It's the best community in the world. So make sure it is. Be proud of your community. With that, get back to work. Peace.